I think that these two were both in the wrong. Will shouldn't have talked back to his father, but Leroy absolutely should not have put his hands on his son. I get it, he lost his best friend. Leroy claims to care about protecting his country than his own family, but he's ignoring the family falling apart right in front of him. That conversation with Charlotte was overdue, and I'm glad she finally brought up Leroy hitting Will. I don't blame her one bit for leaving. And speaking of Leroy, let's get into his dynamic with Dick. Now, Dick is still traumatized from being in those tunnels for hours, seeing dead people, losing his grip on reality. And here comes Leroy handing him papers for another mission, something Shaw requested. Like, why are you acting like Shaw 2.0? And Leroy really thinks that completing a mission means that you can cage it and making sure that you can control it. After everything Dick already told him about what happened in those tunnels and what he has been going through, and Dick also mentioned that, hey, I don't think this was a good idea. I don't think that we should mess with it. He's been saying that for day one. And Leroy, on the other hand, he just only cares about the mission. And no wonder Dick snapped and cussed him out. Leroy earned that. I had a feeling I wasn't going to like him, but this episode confirmed it. Now on to Miss Kirsch and her unhinged self luring kids to Pennywise, because deep down she knows her father is still down there. And of course she was the one watching those kids sneaking around in that costume. The backstory was incredible. The black and white visuals with the red balloon like a warning sign was just perfect. And that flashback made everything even more disturbing in the black and white sequence when we see a younger Miss Kirsch encountering Pennywise at Jupiter Hill, believing he's her father, even when he literally chomps through a child right in front of her, and she doesn't flinch. She says it was him. Different perhaps, changed by whatever he's been through or whatever he's been. Oh, but it was him all the same, a daughter knows. He was just manipulating her. We know from the book and the movies that it used vulnerability, especially with adults, as pawns, just like Henry Bowers. Ingrid Kirsch is probably another one of those victims, someone it groomed and used to bring more children close enough to feed on. I've never liked Miss Kirsch. The way her whole face lit up when Lily said that she's seen Pennywise. Speaking of Lily, did you see how tightly she clutched that relic? Didn't want anyone to touch it, and suddenly she wants to go back into the tunnels. Ronnie had every right to chew her out. I really enjoy the friendship between Rich and Margie too. I actually started to like Marge just a little bit. And Rich on the drums with Margie vibing. Yeah, that was the alcohol stirring the moment. Now, Chief Bowers getting fired after receiving that anonymous tip about where Hank is. I'm betting that was Miss Kirsch, that's the one that provided that tip. Next week is going to hit hard, sadness and tragedy, because it's going to be about the black spot. Everything comes to a head. This episode felt a little bit short, and I needed more because it was definitely an interesting episode. And with only 2 episodes left, there's still so much story to tell. Let me know your thoughts on episode 6. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe, and until then, see you later.